Hey, y'all, I'm Caroline.
And I'm Kristen, and we are the hosts of Unladylike, and we are super excited to bring y'all new episodes starting March 30th.
You're going to hear unladylike takes on everything from women and ADHD,
to body positivity pressures with model Tess Holliday,
to family secrets and identity with writer Morgan Jerkins. New episodes of Unladylike are out right now. Listen in Stitcher, Apple, the Sirius XM app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time to tap into your inner superwoman. Every sector of our lives is pretty much under construction. Family, under construction. Career, under construction. Relationships, under construction. Emotions, I know mine live under construction. Finances, under construction. We might as well be under construction together. Welcome to Under Construction with your girl, Tamar Braxton. Y'all, we are closing out Women's History Month with a bang, you heard me? Now, every week throughout the month of March, we brought you some heavy-hitting shows featuring my girl Angela Davis, Kelly Rowland, Brianna Collette, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and y'all, this week we called in some reinforcement to help us all tap into our inner superwoman with Supa Cent. Ow! Ooh, I love that girl. Now, I had to let y'all know up front that this show right here is about to be a real treat, okay? All right, everybody. Now, I'm not sure if many of my American listeners heard about the IRS tax deadline extension, but once again, Uncle Sam has extended the individual tax deadline from April 15th to May 17th. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Now, it doesn't give all y'all procrastinators out here a lot more time, but it does give you a little grace if you don't think your taxes will be filed in the next 2 weeks. Now, speaking of grace, let's grant ourselves a little bit, okay? Because it's time for this week's affirmation. I am more than what I see, feel, and think because God lives inside of me. Whew, I got to find where I do with my tamarine, y'all. I got to shake a tail feather for the Lord because that, let me read this again because I don't even think y'all caught it. I am more than what I see, feel, and think because God lives inside of me. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. Listen, y'all, that just tells me that no matter how I feel about what I look like or how I might be feeling in this moment, I am so much more than the sum total of what I think. Because what? God resides where? In who? Yup, inside of me. Purr. Okay? Now, y'all need me to run that back for y'all one more again? Because you know I got you on this. I think some of y'all need to catch it. I'm more than what I see, feel, and think. Because God lives in the inside of me. Whew. I have to take a little break because that there right there got me good. Now, you know what, y'all? I want y'all to do me a favor. For the next 4 weeks, I want you to take the time and write down our weekly affirmations. And I want you to repeat it daily while looking yourself in the mirror. You know, sometimes you got to look at our own eyes to really feel that thing. You know what I'm saying? We got to really understand and believe what we're saying, right? And to truly receive it, that's the only way you can do it. Can y'all do that for me? All right. Now, at the end of the month, I want to know if it helped anybody out here, okay? This will be our little experiment together. Okay, now, if you want to share your progress with me, just shoot your girl a note to ucwithtamar@gmail.com. That's the letters ucwithtamar@gmail.com. All right, now, today on Tamar Takes, we're talking the COVID Easter. Now, do y'all remember when your mama used to dress you to a T on Easter Sunday? Put your hands in the air. It's a bunch of people. I know I'm one of them. Okay. And she be mad because you sweated out your hair. Now, I used to sweat out my hair way before church. As soon as she pressed it out, 5 minutes later, I'm outside playing kickball. Or are y'all one of the people who used to snag y'all stockings too? Or have y'all stockings black at the bottom of your shoe? Yep, that's me. But look, y'all, as we head into this upcoming COVID Easter Sunday, how are y'all planning y'all worship? Because y'all know we can't do the things that we did before. I mean, are y'all planning a virtual worship service with the family? Is anybody preparing Sunday dinner? I mean, I'm just really, really curious about how everybody else is spending their Easter because, of course, my producer want to make me answer some questions. So here's the top 3 that she asked me to share. All right, number 1, am I buying Logan an Easter suit? No. We're not going to church. We're going to be Eastering in the Lord in our pajamas. Amen. He is risen. Perfect outfit. Do I have anything planned to do with my family? I.e., like any family dinners happening? I haven't decided yet because most of my friends and family has already gotten the vaccine. So, and I'm really super, super safe around here. So I haven't really decided. I don't know. Just pray my strength in the Lord. So number 3, what am I going to miss most about my traditional Easter? Oh, I'm going to tell you. Y'all, I used to have the most epic Easter egg hunts. Like, I would fill them with candy and toys and sometimes dollars and $5 bills too. But everybody around here on a budget. So can't see that happening this year. So I'm going to miss that. Well, that's all that's happening around Tay-Tay's way. But however you decide to spend your Easter Sunday, I pray that it's safe and blessed and happy. And this is your Tamar's Takes on a COVID Easter. All right, I'm finna keep it a thou. Baby, it is all me. All right, y'all, it's time to tap into that Keep It a Thou inbox and pull out a few questions for your girl, Tay-Tay. Let's see what we got today. All right, everybody, question number 1.
Hey, Tamar. Currently, I am dealing with resentment issues. I confronted my mother about discipline versus abuse, and she pretty much threatened me. Since last week, we haven't spoken, and I just don't know what to do. Side note, she's one of those parents who will do anything to prove they're right. When I correct her, she throws a fit. Because of you, I was able to learn more about mental health. Through this, I realized that I am not the problem. At least I don't think I am. Though I don't know this for a fact. I've paid attention to the signs, and I'm pretty sure I have PTSD.
Now, sis, I ain't calling your mama a narcissist, but I want everybody to understand we can have narcissists as parents, And what you don't want to ever do, and this is what I do in my life with my parents, I don't confront my parents about the things that they have done wrong. Because to me, when you're a parent, is on the job training. And I think the best way, if you need to confront your parents about anything, you should do it through a third party, through a therapist, through a pastor, through someone who can funnel out the situation to make sure everyone is heard in the situation. Or your parent or you can feel attacked like you do. So next time, don't just come up to, first of all, I don't know why you came up to your mama anyway, telling her what she did wrong. Girl, you got some balls. I would never. But you don't know until you know. But next time, sis, get you a counselor, get you a third party that's going to be neutral so you can have a successful outcome. All right, question number 2.
Hey, Tamar. I have a female friend that has a little bit of a crush on me. And honestly, the feeling is mutual. We've been very good friends since high school, and the chemistry between us is insane. Unfortunately, because of her past relationships and bad experiences in her childhood, she's emotionally damaged. I want to see if we could be good together, but I don't want to hurt her, and I definitely don't want her to hurt me, all because of multiple people hurting her throughout her life. What should I do?
Y'all need to go to counseling first before y'all start dating because there's already issues. And, I know I talk about going to counseling all the time because I'm going to tell y'all something that's the only thing that's ever worked for me. You understand what I'm saying? We do not have all the answers. And if you got all these red flags in the beginning, you are doomed. So if you want to save your friendship and perhaps, love of your life, love affair, whatever you want to call it, y'all go to counseling first. It's okay to go to friendship counseling. People do it all the time. They just don't talk about it. All right? Well, those questions definitely made me think. And I did the best I could with giving you the advice. So I hope that it's both beneficial and that it works out all in your favor. Now, if you'd like to have your questions answered during an upcoming episode of Under Construction, shoot your girl a note to ucwithtamar@gmail.com. That's the letters ucwithtamar@gmail.com. I don't have all the answers, but you can definitely count on me to always keep it a thou. Up next, we're going into the blueprint. This is the blueprint. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Okay, today's blueprint guest is what I like to call a super trifecta. She's hilariously honest, a sharp businesswoman, while being unapologetic about who she is and the message she comes to bring. She goes by the name of Supa Cent. However, her government name is Rynell Stewart. She's the creator and CEO of the Crayon Case, which is now a multi-million-dollar cosmetic company. And she blesses us consistently with opinionated commentary and hilarious truth as a real social media influencer. I'm so happy to welcome today's Superwoman to the Blueprint. Everybody welcome my girl, Supa Cent. Okay, now, sis, how did the Crayon Case come to life? What happened?
The Crayon Case came to life because I was getting booked a lot, and it was hard for me to find MUAs all over the world.
Booked a lot, meaning you started off as a makeup artist?
No. I started off as me being booked from being like a social media like comedian type of thing.
Yeah, okay.
I was just basically being myself on social media, and people was booking me to host parties and at clubs and stuff, like real minor stuff. And when I was getting booked out of town, I was trying to find a makeup artist to do my makeup, but it was hard to try to find different ones. So I said, well, let me just learn how to do my own makeup so I don't have to keep trying to find these girls. So it started with me. I used to be on Periscope. Mm-hmm. And I used to be doing my face on live, and I used to be messing my face clean up. Everybody thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. And as the months went by, I actually started learning, like how to do my face. And like, they was just so intrigued with it. It was like, oh, you know how to do brows now. Oh, you know how to do this now. You know how to do this now. So it was like, what you using? I'm like, y'all keep asking what I'm using. I'm going to start selling some shit. And that's how it came. And the whole brand is dedicated to amateur makeup users, but it's quality use. And all the products kind of resemble a school supply because I literally taught myself how to do my own face. And it's for the people that loves makeup but don't know how to do it themselves. And so they could use the products to learn, and like the products wouldn't make them feel pressured. Like even if they mess up, it's okay. Like they could just wash it off and try again. So the whole brand is wrapped around amateur users, but the product's quality is for a professional makeup use. So I get two consumers. I get the ones who love makeup but don't know what they're doing, don't know how to do makeup, and the ones who love makeup and love doing makeup.
Is that why it's so reasonably priced?
Yes, that's exactly why.
Everything on your site, everybody, listen, I went to her site and I thought it was about to be some, oh my God, let me get my Amex out.
Man.
And no. Y'all, it's reasonable and it's some good shit. Okay.
It is reasonably priced, affordable, and it's some good ass shit.
Yes. And it's so crazy because I never knew that story. And it makes me want to like kiss you through the damn the computer because it's so brilliant. It's so brilliant because you made it affordable for the people who were just learning.
If we spent $40 on something, on an eyeliner, like we'd rather bring it to the makeup artist and have them use the one instead of us practicing and just messing shit up, and we just use it for the wrong reason, so we feel like we wasting money. But then my eyeliner coming at $6.
And it works just as good. I mean, I just have to say.
This is good, not better.
Yes. Okay. So let me ask you a question. So why do you think people like jack the shit up to like, do you think that eyeliner at $40 is worth it though?
I don't think so. Something that you have to keep. I would pay $40 for a foundation. I would pay $40 for a primer. I would pay $40 for something that's going to like a palette. But I'm not about to pay $40 for an eyeliner that's going to be used so quickly. Like if it's something I have to keep buying, I'm not going to spend $40 every time. So eyeliner should not be over $20. $20 is high, but it shouldn't be over that price because it's something you're going to keep buying. So why hike it up so high if they're going to keep buying, keep coming back and buying, like keep ringing up for, like why hike it up so high?
I agree. $20 is a lot for eyeliner. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. How did you learn about the chemistry behind the products?
So I learned everything when it came to the makeup. I'm not going to say I taught myself. I even started taking classes about cosmetics, like just to learn things that I didn't know about it. Because I know I'm coming out with a brand, I need to know the ins and out of it. Things that a lot of people wouldn't even ask, but it's still good to know. If it was to be asked, you know the answer. So I took on a lot of techniques. I learned a lot of things. I Googled a lot of things. I've done a whole lot of research on the back end of cosmetics that, again, a lot of people don't ask for because they usually don't care unless something happens, So, but I wanted to learn, like how does this make my skin feel? Like, would it break me out? Like, would it cause a rash? Or is it good for my skin? Even though we have different skin types, but, some things are just not meant to be on the skin. I just did a lot of research, and I was intrigued with the research because there's a lot of things that I learned that I didn't know nothing about, So it wasn't just about the brand. It was learning the ins and outs of it as well.
What do you think the most simple thing that you learned that you was like, oh my God, this was right under my nose. How come I didn't know that most of us didn't know?
Probably, it's not really simple, but when it comes to our skin, it took me a long time to learn that cold water closes the pores, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, damn, maybe that's why a lot of time my foundation wasn't setting right, because I'm wiping my face with hot water and then slapping foundation on it, and then my face be oily, and I didn't even know if you're supposed to use the cold water to close your pores back. I'm like, well, damn, that's why my damn skin be so damn oily. So I learned that from just researching with cosmetics, So I'm like, okay, well, that's probably something probably a lot of people don't know, because like if your face is already clear, you ain't trying to clear your face up. They're not researching skincare products. They're not researching like what should I use before I apply makeup, But that was a quick fix for me, because now my skin not oily no more. When I wash my face, I hit it with that cold water, that toner, and my skin is fine. It's perfect.
Really? So is that the trick? Because I'm a grease mess. I can fry chicken on my face. It's true. All the time. It doesn't matter.
Once you wash your face with the the hot water, and then you moisturize it and this and all that, like you have to close your pores back. Even when you wash your hair, like it's like when your hairdresser, when they wash your hair and then like at the end they rinse your hair with cold water, it's like closing your pores and like lightening the moisture in your hair.
Y'all, Supa Cent is a motherfucking scientist, period, okay? Oh, now y'all see why I love this lady, her movement so much. Listen, y'all better get into it. Y'all better, I'm telling you, when I be telling y'all stuff, y'all better listen. Okay. We're speaking with Supa Cent all about entrepreneurship. Stay with us. Bombas makes the most comfortable socks in the history of feet. Bombas has literally rethought every little detail of the socks we wear to make them way more comfortable. But these socks do more than keep feet cozy. They help give back to the most vulnerable members of our community. Because for every pair of socks you purchase, Bombas donates a pair to someone in need. The generosity of Bombas customers has allowed them to donate over 40 million pairs of socks and counting through their nationwide network of over 3,000 given partners. And the impact is more powerful than ever. To those experiencing homelessness, these socks represent the dignity of putting on clean clothes, a small comfort that's especially important right now. These socks are colorful, cozy, and perfect for backyard fun this summer. I love that there are many options, especially for summer outings. Plus, my purchase helps someone in need. It's a win-win-win for me. Give a pair when you buy a pair and get 20% off your first purchase at bombas.com/Tamar. That's BOMBAS.com/Tamar for 20% off your first purchase. Bombas.com/Tamar.
Hey y'all, I'm Caroline.
I'm Kristen, and we are the hosts of Unladylike, and we are super excited to bring y'all new episodes starting March 30th.
You're going to hear unladylike takes on everything from women and ADHD.
There was that part of me that was so afraid that someone would look at me and go, no, you don't have ADHD, you're just looking for an excuse.
To body positivity pressures with model Tess Holliday.
I really have struggled with my body, and it's only been the past few months that I've been okay with giving myself permission to love my body even on the days that I don't like it.
To family secrets and identity with writer Morgan Jerkins.
I realized that I'm not just an African American woman. After I left Louisiana, I started to identify as an African American and Creole woman because that's who I am.
Plus, we're debuting a new advice series called Ask Unladylike. We'll be answering listeners' burning questions about complicated friendships, uncomfortable family issues, toxic workplaces, you name it.
New episodes of Unladylike start March 30th. Listen in Stitcher, Apple, the SiriusXM app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
We're back in the blueprint talking with my girl, Supa Cent. When it came down to like manufacturing, how was that process? With all this knowledge that you know, and you know what not to do, I see that you care about the people who buy your products.
Right.
You want them to be able to save money at the same time, but also have a quality product. So like, how did that work? How did the process work?
So I had to do a lot of research to find suppliers, and I ended up finding a lot of suppliers, but I think I only settled with a few, right? And it's crazy because just how we don't trust suppliers don't trust us neither.
Really?
And they feel like we waste, like y'all wasting our time. We feel like they wasting our money, so the same way we feel about them, they feel about us. Like how we look for suppliers, they look for customers. And if the customers are not good for their time, then they're not going to waste their time on us as well. And we don't think that. We think that they need us to do this, they need us, but we need them and they need us as well. And like they are real picky with who they work with, and like they're real picky on like who they gonna share certain things with. Like I learned a lot of things from my suppliers as well, but I had to find the right ones. It's like if you looking for a contractor, like you want to know all the work they done, you want to know who they worked with, you want some references, like you want to make sure like they ain't just just trying to take your money and they're not providing quality service. And that's the same way when you searching for a supplier. Like when you searching for a supplier, like you have to find out who else they worked with, like what can they do, what they can do. Like you want samples, like you want to do so much with the samples, like you want to ask for as many samples as you can, because that plays a part in, like before you spend money on bulk, you want to sample it yourself first. And you don't want to just sample it one time, like you just sample it, oh, it came in the mail today, I'm going to sample it, I like it. No, you got to sample it for a few weeks, because you want to know if this is a long-lasting product, like not just a product that you're going to wear for like an hour. No, this is makeup. It's something that you're supposed to have on your face all day, and it's something that you're going to wear multiple times, so you want to know if it's going to affect your skin in the long run, so make sure that these are legit suppliers, and make sure these suppliers are, like not in no funny business, they ain't doing no stupid shit, to where like your business get locked all up into it, and your whole business shut down because your suppliers stop working with you. So that was the toughest thing I think for the business, was trying to find legitimate suppliers. It was a process, but it was all worth it, because the same suppliers I've been working with in the beginning is the same suppliers I'm working with now. I'm about to be 4 years in.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was worth it.
The process of you starting up this business, did you use your own? Do we want to talk about it? Did you use your own coin? Did you use investors?
No, I didn't use no investors. The Crown Case started 100% of my investment only, nothing else.
Yes.
No loans, no nothing.
Oh, I love this one. I love her. How do you not love her? You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you what sparked something in my head. Because I feel like me and you is like kind of on like the same kind of wavelength right now in our personal life.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Like when you was talking about the way that we got to do our research on shit. That's how I feel about dating.
Yes, you definitely do.
You got to try them out.
Yes, you do.
Now,
and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, I gotta do a little sampling.
I don't see the problem. Men do it all the time. Why we can't?
They do it all the time. And you know what? I feel like? I feel like I have been dating the wrong way all this damn time. And nobody told me.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? People made me feel bad about going out with this one and, maybe liking that person, maybe wanting to go out with that one. But what's wrong with that?
I never felt bad. I don't care what they say.
I'm sampling products. Fuck.
And you are not going to stop sampling until you find that right product that's not just good for today, but good for tomorrow, next week, next year, in a few years. That's the whole deal.
Yes, because we're not just talking about our skin, we're talking about our heart. Okay?
Exactly.
Okay, but how hard is it? Do you think it's hard dating as a single mom, though?
It's extremely hard. Like it's not like years ago, before you had kids, and especially with me now because I have a 2-year-old, so it's much harder, and it's even harder now because my son he's about to be 12, so he understands. Not like you can just hide a man from him, So it's hard because you're no longer dating for yourself. You're dating for your kids as well, And you got to make sure this man is not just a perfect fit for you, but he's a perfect fit for your children. It is hard, it's especially when you are a successful businesswoman. Because you got to make sure that their intentions are true. Like, are you with me because of me? Or are you with me because of Supa? So all that matters.
So what's the number one sign, though, Supa? Because it's hard for me to figure that out. Are you with me for me, or are you with me for the hype? Because the ones I like hype. I don't know why.
Girl, and listen, they can't, even when they, first of all, when they try to tell you too many times that I'm not here because of who you are, bitch, I ain't even make you feel like that. Why you keep trying to tell me why you not here? If I didn't ask you that, why you keep telling me I don't care about the fame? I didn't say if you care about the fame. It's like they try to prove it so much to you to where like they're trying to make themselves believe that they're not there for the fame. So now it look like you're here for the fame, my nigga. Because you keep telling me and I don't want to do this. So, you know, somebody that's constantly trying to prove to you that they're not there for that, especially if you're not making that something that they have to prove to you, I feel like you're here for that. You know, and anytime like they just so quick to try, oh look, let's go public. Why?
Yeah, why for?
What you want to go for? Like who opinions matter besides mine? You know, like they could try to hide for so long, but eventually it comes out why they really there. It comes out.
Don't it though?
It do.
Now don't
it come out a little too late, but it's gonna come out. But it's all on us to move on it. But it comes out.
Yeah, it really does, and it's also hard because I know my sis over here is super rich, and I love it, and I love it. I love it. Supa Cent, super rich, super smart, super mom, super everything. Yes. How do you not know like they're not here for Supa Cent's coins? The cents.
Well, the thing is, it's finding a nigga with their own sense. That's the thing, and you know, and as bad as. It's crazy because that's not something that I wanted it to be a necessity. Like I didn't, of course a man should be able to take care of himself, but it wasn't you had to be in my tax bracket or you had to make more money than me or but you just have to be able to take care of yourself. If I get up and leave you today or tomorrow, will you still be able to pay your own bills? Still like keep everything in your, like would your lifestyle be the same without me being there? You know, so that was the whole thing for me. But now it's like, even niggas like that, like, now all of a sudden they want to take trips. Why? You weren't doing it before. You weren't trying to, bitch, you ain't even got a passport. Why are you trying to get up and get somewhere now? Because I be going places. And you won't who gonna pay for it? Oh, you trying to go half? Oh, you got some nerve, nigga. You want to go out of town, I mean. No, like they won't do certain things with you that they ain't never do with nobody else.
Yeah, yeah. Why?
They show their true feelings so fast. It's crazy.
They do, but you know, I feel like most of that shit be me though. You know what I'm saying? Like I love a vacation.
Me too.
Ooh, like I love it. I love me a long weekend.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Like, that's how you get me real good. Let's go on a long weekend. I'm like, oh, yeah. Yes. I be all in love and shit.
Yes, I be God like that, too. I just came from a vacation, girl.
Me too, sis. But listen, like, but my problem be like after I come back from the vacations, because I like listen, I like them, and I like them at least like 2-3 a month. Like, I'm for real, I like it. They turn around and they'll look up, and it'd be like a month and a half, and they're like, well, I got to get to work. I'm not you. I can't keep going over.
Hey, but I respect that though. Like the fact that they can say it and not just trying so hard to prove that they can live my life knowing they cannot. Like, don't be afraid to tell me, okay, I gotta go back to work. You know, like, don't be afraid of that. Like, you know, because some men will try so hard just to, you know, because we so lovey-dovey, and, you know, like, we'll go on a trip, and then after that trip over, like, we want you to stay, this and all that, and they know they can't. They know they can't, but they will try to prove to us that they can, and then now you done lost your fucking job, and will try to put it on me. Oh, you want me to be here? No, you're supposed to tell me as a man. Yeah. You're supposed to tell me I gotta go back to work. I will see you next week, and let's go somewhere else next weekend. Like let that be our thing. Like our, you know, like our little weekend thing. Like we either do something, we go on a vacation or something. But it's okay if you gotta go back to work. Men want a reason to quit because they were the boss. No.
I love you so much because I feel like we're the same people. Like, I don't be wanting them to leave either, especially after the trip. Yes, like, you coming to my house? You come?
Yes, come by me. I'm gonna put the kids in their room, lock their door. Come by me. You know, that's how I am too. But I want him to be able to say, okay, Monday, but Tuesday I gotta go to work. You know,
that I could do. I'd be mad, but then I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, and it also gives you time to actually miss them. So when you see them again,
facts.
You know, like it's it's love all over again because I didn't see you, for a week and something, and because you was at work. And like, it's when a man is up under you all day, even though we want it, but at a time it get exhausting. Like now you aggravating. Go find something to do. Go find something to do. Go do something. Like you here all day. That's why COVID caused a lot of problems in relationships because that's all you.
Baby.
All you really had to do was be inside all day with your person that you with, and once you get tired of them, you like, damn, why are we together all this damn time?
Yeah, the perspective starts settling.
Yes.
And speaking of settling, which I didn't even know where that was coming from, but do you think that we need to date people on the level of success that we're at, or do you mind not? Because, I feel like I'm Charity Tamar, and all of a sudden now, because at first I used to be a different girl. Like,
right.
You had, like, I was a different girl, okay?
Right.
Like, my Birkins, I have, like, cobwebs on. Trust me, I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt, been there, done that. Trust me. And I don't feel like that so much no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you gotta spoil me with attention and affection. That's really how you get me. Like, shit, I don't care about no shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I done had it off on the rooter to the tutor and can get whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like, do you feel like we are like settling or selling ourselves short because we are not, or don't just choose the guys who can, be on an even playing field as us? That's what I mean to say.
I don't think we selling ourselves short. I think we just want something that a lot of the young girls just want. The rappers with the money that could buy them this, put them on a private jet. We don't want all that. We can do all that for ourselves. We want something that the men that's putting them girls on private jets, buying them clothes, shoes, bags. They're not giving them women love, attention, respect, loyalty. They're not giving them that, and that's what we want. Like if you could give me all that and you only making $100,000 a year, I'm fine. I'm fine with that because you're giving me something that a man with way more money than me cannot give me. He can't give me time because he working way more than me. Or he can't give me loyalty because he meeting so many hoes. So, like he can get whatever he want. Like he can't give me what I want because he don't have the time for it. And today, today world, if a man buy you a Birkin, he love you. And and I'm looking at it as a man buy you a Birkin, he cheated.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm looking at it. It's looking like them Birkin money, but stop crying.
Oh.
Yes. That Birkin is a tissue. Here you go. Wipe your face.
That Birkin is wipe your face.
Yes, that's what it is. Birkins is the new tissue paper right now. Wipe your eyes, niece. That's what it is. And I just want somebody to love and respect me, and like when they see me, that they brag about me. Like they brag about me, like not just because I'm a successful businesswoman, but because I'm their woman. Like I'm their they say like their sacred place. Somebody that respect me and cherish everything about me. And usually, and I'm not saying we're not gonna find men like that. That's in our tax bracket. But damn, where the fuck they at? What they on the app? We gotta download the dating service.
Let me know, because I did not anticipate on being single. Still.
Me neither.
I don't know.
I got a 2-year-old. I got a 2-year-old. I would have never thought to be single with a whole 2-year-old.
Yeah, I got a 7-year. I ain't asked for none of this shit. I don't.
It's not the life I expected, but this is what it is. And I just know from now on, you gotta have something.
You do. You got to have more than something, because what starts to settle in, again, I'll say, is the inadequacy. Mm-hmm. And then that's another problem.
Yes, a whole nother.
Nobody discusses that when they don't make as much as you, and now here come they guilt.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can't. Like, damn, I was liking you.
Yes, I agree.
There you go with your shit. Right. And, that's another part of the reason why I stay in counseling, because if I stop, and I did try to stop for a couple weeks, but then I realized I ain't ready. I stopped, but I have to stay in it because people will put their shit on you, and that shit will become your shit. And it's a no for me.
Right. I agree.
It's a no for me. So another question that I wanted to ask. So how do you keep a healthy balance with being single, being a successful businesswoman, and being a mom and dating? How do you keep that balance? Because I can't.
I built my company to where I didn't want to be at the warehouse all day, every day. I hired experienced employees. A lot is family. And I hired them to where they are in positions where they run the company and I really just sit at home and run it from my phone. Right? Yeah. So when it comes to company-wise, the company is on autopilot. That's why I am invested in so many other companies right now, because I have the time. I'm not so all the way stuck on the Crown Case anymore. Like now I have time to do other stuff. So I have a lot of free time. So when it comes to my children, you know, by me not being with their fathers, like they go from house to house. They go from my house, they go to their house, my house, their dad house. So I get enough time because of that too. Because my daughter be with her dad a lot, my son be with his dad a lot. So that's my time to have fun, my time to go travel, my time to date. So it kind of goes hand to hand. I have time to spend with my friends, my family, my children. Business is probably I have business meeting twice a week. So it kind of like just it's just like years ago when I was working. I would get up in the morning, bring my kids to school, go to work, get off, pick my kids up, go home, cook, feed them, go to sleep, and wake up and do it all over again. That's exactly how the life is now. I just make more money. But that's the life I wanted. Like that's how I wanted my business to be. I didn't want to be at the warehouse all day. I worked all my life, you know, so that wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. I just wanted to know that I know I run a successful company, but it's on autopilot. You know, like it's doing good with me there or without me there, you know, and I made sure of that. So it all balanced out for me.
So how long did it take for you to build that to this? That imagination to this massive. How many square feet is your warehouse? Wait a minute, let's just start there.
It's not that big. It's 17,000 square feet.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's just 17,000.
I love it. Love to see it. Love to hear it. Love to be a part of it. Love to know about it. Love it. Love it. So how long did it take from that to put it in all this into fruition? How long did that take?
Well, the Crown Case would be 4 years in June. So I would say 3 years in it got to where, not even 3 years, probably 2. Not even 2. It wasn't even 2 years. Like once the Crown Case blew up so fast. Let's talk about that. Yeah. It blew up extremely fast. So for it to really get in all the pilots where I don't have to be there, literally a year. That's it. So I've been living this carefree life, you know, to where I don't have to be at work. I can just spend time with my children for about 3 years now. And then, you know, I had a real health scare, so that kind of caused me to be away from work as well. And once I kind of shook back, even when I was trying to go back to work, it was like, nah, everything good. Like they got so accustomed to me not being there because of me having to be at home or in the hospital, to where everything went perfect. You know, it was a devastation, but it was a God's plan, because it definitely worked in favor for me, my business, my children. Everything worked, you know. I do. And it's still working, and I love to see it. And I'm always be your biggest cheerleader, even if I'm not the Crayon Case Supergirl. That's my dream. I really, truly, honestly adore you, and you have so many fans who feel the way that I have. Like, not even really meeting you in person, but falling in love with you over the internet, and your grind and your hustle and your amazing, beautiful, funny, relatable ass spirit. We talk about a lot of things on Under Construction, and what we just did was called the blueprint, and what I'm moving into naturally, which is crazy for me, it's called a takeaway. And what I've taken from this conversation is that you can do anything you put your mind to. Yes. You know, sometimes we let our own mind stifle us into achieving our goals, into the things that God put in our head to manifest and to make our lives great. You did it, sis. Thank you. And I'm just so happy. I'm so happy for you. Oh my God. And I'm so grateful that we have somebody like you to look up to and look at your success, look at your failures, look at the things that you've been through to learn from. Oh my God. I'm for real. I want to be and this is why I want to be a Crayon Case girl. It's going to happen too, sis. Trust me. It's going to happen. I'm serious. You're going to work on it. You're going to be like, damn, y'all ready already? Yes, we ready. I'm ready. Everything you stand for, I'm here for. Period. Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Tamar. And that's my takeaway. Do you have a takeaway from what we just discussed? Just like we was talking about, I don't want women to feel like they failed because a relationship didn't work. didn't work as they wanted to work. We are still amazing women. Like, we still have a lot to offer. Don't let no man take nothing from us that we gave them. Whatever we gave them, we can still give to the next man. And we don't have to change the type of woman we are because of a failed relationship. We can still be an amazing woman, an amazing mom, an amazing successful woman. And we don't want to allow a man to strip anything from us. And because when we move on and we try to be with someone else, that man still holds a piece of us that they don't deserve. Like, that man don't deserve to hold things from us, so we won't bless that to another man. So make sure if you're gonna leave for real. Don't just leave physically. Leave mentally, leave emotionally, because the next man is gonna look for everything that you gave someone else, and they deserve that because they're showing you that they're not the last man. So don't be ashamed of that. Be proud of that.
Don't be afraid to go and pick up your pieces. Period.
Yes.
Yes. Everybody at Supa Cent. Tell everybody where they can follow you and get you.
Follow me on Instagram, Supa_Cent, CENT. Everything is Wazam Supa, actually. Supa Cent is only on Instagram.
Wazam Supa, everybody. Love her. Thank you so much for coming.
Appreciate you.
Now, I told y'all when we first started this show that this episode was finna be so fire. And did I disappoint? Psh, I know that's right. Well, in my mind, I didn't. And I hope that y'all agree because, baby, Supa is always full of good word, conjoined with some good ass laughter. Yes, I like to say that's my girl now, okay? Now, before we close out of our Women's History Month series, I want y'all to remember that you are powerful. And when you feel like all else has failed or is failing, just remember our affirmation of the week. You have God in you, right? Yes, you do. So you better tap into him because he there. Well, that's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to hit me with a question or comment about the show, shoot me a note to ucwithtamar@gmail.com. That's the letters ucwithtamar@gmail.com. And let me tell you something. If no one else tells you today, remember that I love you. And I mean it. Because we're all under construction together. Bye. Under Construction is a production of Mo Sauce, a Stitcher brand. It's produced by Angel Lavis. Our recording engineer and sound designer is Rashad Smith. Our executive producer is T Square. Music provided by Radio and Audio Everywhere Company.